Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, snowcanyonstitcher. My name is Amy and this is a channel about cross stitch. I want to welcome my regular subscribers. I hope you had a good week. Thank you for joining me again this week. I didn't do a video last week, so it's been a couple of weeks. And I want to welcome my newest subscribers from this past couple of weeks. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you're new to my channel, thank you for tuning in. I sat down and was organizing this morning, and seems like I worked on a lot over the past couple of weeks, but there's only a few patterns that I worked on. But I got a lot of stitching done, and I mean enough that I feel good about it. So I'm going to go over what I've been working on past couple of weeks, and to share some WhipGo updates, and I have a giveaway towards the end of the video. I had reached 300 subscribers a while back, and I had promised to do a giveaway for that, and so we're going to do that this week, because next week we'll be doing our our monthly project bag bundle giveaway. So thank you for joining. Today is Saturday, and I always forget what video this is. And as a matter of fact, sometimes when I'm uploading my video, I'll get it wrong. So I might have a couple of videos that are the same number in there. I don't know what the deal is. If I would just take the time and look before I started my video, I would know. So I need to get in the habit of doing that. But I think this is episode 22, maybe 23, somewhere in there. But anyway, let's get started. First, I wanted to share a couple of beautiful cards, thank you cards that I received. And I received these a couple of weeks ago and had mentioned them, but I had misplaced one of them. I have way too many important places that I can put things. But I found it this morning. I actually went out and did a search party and discovered it in my cabinet in the living room. I have a couple drawers. Well, actually I have 3 drawers in the living room that are mine. And then I have my downstairs sewing room, and I have this room. I have way too many areas to put stuff to keep it safe. But I wanted to share these with you. The first one is from Yvette, and she's, I think she was the April project bag bundle winner. If I'm wrong, correct me. But she sent me this beautiful thank you card. It's so cute. And do you ever do this? You see something like this beautiful card and you think, oh, that would make a beautiful cross stitch pattern. But these are just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And the envelope, I wish I could show the envelope. Oh, let's see. The back of the envelope. Let's see if I can do this. I'll just put the card over it. And the back of the envelope has another beautiful fairy. I love fairies, and these girls are beautiful. So thank you so much for that, Yvette. I absolutely love it. And believe it or not, you guys, I hold on to all my cards. I have all the cards, even the ones that I received when I first started Flosstube 3 years ago, 19, 20, 21. Would it be 3 years or 4 years? Lisa had sent me some of my first silk floss, and Carla has sent me cards. Several of you have sent me cards, and I keep them all. And I every now and then go and look through them. The other card I received, the other thank you card, is just as beautiful, from Jennifer, and I believe she was the March project bag bundle winner. And it says, your kindness is appreciated so much. Isn't that beautiful? These are some of my favorite colors in the whole world. I love these colors, especially this green. I tend more to like that more Kelly green. So So beautiful, beautiful cards. So thank you so much, you guys. I know maybe you were waiting for me to mention it, and I was going to, but I had misplaced one of them. And so, because I moved my cross stitch room upstairs, and I'm still gathering stuff and bringing it in here. I have way too much stuff. Even this morning, I had to go down and get my cross stitch book to bring it in here so I could figure out what fabric, one of these patterns I started in 2020, which that's what I'll talk about now as my whip go. She's released the new numbers for, I've got a string on my, I've got a string on my blouse and it keeps touching my arm and I'm like, oh. But she released the numbers for June, and those numbers are 9 and 16. And so I don't have anything in the 9 square. So I think what I'm gonna do, and I'll talk about it more in a few minutes, but 16 is the Blackbird fractor. And it's kind of interesting because I was watching, I can't believe I can't think of her name. Oh gosh. She just moved to Idaho. She just got a new house. Jan Hicks Creates. She went to this, she's traveling, and they stopped in at the Silver Needle, and she did you guys go over and check out her latest Flosstube. She did a walkthrough of the Silver Needle, all the different patterns that are there, and I noticed this one. So Blackbird fractor, I've actually been seeing a lot of it lately, so maybe because it's been on my mind and I've been thinking about it, but it just so happens that was one of the Whip Go numbers called for June. So I'm going to be working on that one in June, and I'm sure I'm going to get it finished. Yay! But I've seen it a couple of times finished, and it's really pretty stitched up. That's how far I made on it, and I don't think I've stitched on it since 2019. So I'm pretty excited about that. And this fabric, I had to go back and look on my Etsy shopping cart purchases, because usually I leave the sticker on the fabric, but this one didn't have it. But I think this is 40 count platinum that I'm stitching it on. I know it's 40 count, but I think it's platinum. I had bought some Cafe a lot, probably didn't say that right, at the same time, but this is more of a lighter color, where the Cafe a lot was more of had more red tones to it. And then I'm just doing DMC, and yeah, it's all DMC colors. So I have this one long strand. Usually I do it, I don't know why it's so long, but anyway, sometimes that happens and I don't know why. But that one I will be working on in June, and my goal is to finish it, of course. But I'm pretty excited about that. I want to get that one done. And so that's my Whip Go update. And so that's all squared away. So last month I was working on, for May, I was working on Land That I Love, because 13, the center square, is your choice. You can make it your choice. And so I decided that I would work on, because this was supposed to be a sampler year. It was supposed to, because I have so many samplers, I had decided that I was going to really push forward and get these samplers done. But since July is coming up, we're going to be celebrating the 4th of July. I've been thinking like the last couple of weeks that I really should start focusing on working on some patriotic patterns. So I chose Land That I Love for May's free choice or free space choice. And I think the last time I shared this a couple of weeks ago, I still needed to finish the border. That was my goal for that week. So I did finish the border, and I also did the bottom row. So I'm finally going to, let me see if I can get the pattern out. So I really wanted to start working on the houses when I got the border done, and I still had to do this. So I was like, oh, I'll go ahead and do that part. So this coming week, I'm going to continue to work on Land That I Love for square 9 in WhipGo, since there's nothing in there. I didn't chart anything for 9. So I'm just going to put Land That I Love in there and continue to work on that one. And this, I'm stitching this on 40 count sterling by Picture This Plus, and I am using, I believe it's all DMC. Yeah, it's all DMC. The called for DMC. So that one's that one. But I need all the floating here. I need to put it away. It's a pretty day outside. They're working on the house next door, so they're building a new house next door, and they're working on it today. Alrighty, so I think that's everything with, in May I was also working on Golden Pheasant. And I was going to, someone, hold on, I'm gonna get that name. Okay, so Vino Janelli, I hope I said that right, shouted me out on Instagram for the Golden Pheasant because she was looking for the pattern, and I shared it with her. But you're, Vino, if you're watching, yes, there are several shops on Etsy that carry that same chart. They look a little different, but they're all, I believe, all the same chart, because I was looking at some other ones. I was like, that looks like the one I purchased over there. But I'm so glad you found it. She's inspired to stitch it, and I'm so glad that you like it. I did stitch on it this week. It was part of my May WhipGo, and so I had stitched on it a week before this past week. I didn't do a floss tube that weekend, I had stitched on it that week, and then there's 47 different colors, and I thought I had purchased all the DMC for it because I'm stitching it in DMC, but I had ran out, so I had stitched up to this part. I'm starting to stitch. Well, let me show you a photo of it first. And I had that here earlier. What did I do with it? Yes, here it is. I remembered. So here is a photo of that. And so I started stitching right under that flower on his neck there. And there was a color, if you see, there's some areas that aren't stitched inside there, and I didn't have that color. And so I decided, because I was shocked that I didn't have the color, because I was almost sure I'd purchased them all, I decided that I would go through and see what colors I had. For some reason, I had a lot of colors in the project bag that didn't go to this pattern, so I don't know what happened. But I did organize the flosses. So I haven't cut them all, so I just put them on floss rings. But sorry about that. They're hammering. But I had organized, these were the ones that I had that were called for in the pattern. So I went ahead and flossed those up. And then I had to go back. There was like 23 other colors that I needed to okay that I still needed to get, and so I went and I found them all except for one of them, and that color was 964. I went to Joann's and Michael's and they were both out of 964. So if you, in case you don't know, Anchor Floss, Michael's and Joann's both now carry Anchor Floss, and it comes in these little spools. And if you look right at the top of the stand of the Anchor Floss, it will tell you DMC colors and Anchor's substitution, or whatever the word is for that. It's their color in that particular DMC color. And so for example, 964 DMC is 0185 in Anchor. So Joann's didn't have it, so they didn't have the DMC, so I was like, okay, well, I'll go over and get the Anchor. Nope. So everybody's using this color this month for some reason, and whatever they're stitching. So when I went to Michael's, they didn't have 964, but they did have the conversion in Anchor. So I was able to go ahead and get the rest of the flosses, and I just need to put these on floss drops. So I already have my floss drops cut out, and I have this pretty cardstock paper, and I just cut out a whole bunch of those. And so now I just need to get the flosses on those, and then I'll be ready to get back into stitching on this. This is one of those patterns that you get into the zone and you just go, and you don't want to stop. And so it was pretty frustrating when I realized that I didn't have the color that I needed to stitch on next. I was tempted to go and stitch on another part of the pattern, but I was like, nope. I like to just stick with the area I'm stitching and finish that area. So, but I'll be working on that one again. Too. I'm going to continue to stitch on that one. So that's that one. And then, so that was May Whip Go. Golden Pheasant. Fractal Flowers, I was also in May. I didn't finish it, but it's near a finish, so I may find time to work on it again in June. And so I did Blackbird Factor, and I did the Land of the Love. Another one that I worked on last week, continued to work on, was my Plant a Garden by Denise Jones Cross Stitch. And I don't have the photo of it, so I'll have to share it on the screen. I know why, because it's on my laptop. I did the PDF download, so I usually just open my laptop and stitch the pattern from my laptop. So that's why I don't have a cover photo for it. I thought I printed one out though, but anyway, I'll share a photo of it here. And this is how far I stitched on it last week. Sorry, there's still a needle in there. I don't know about habit of doing that. But so one of the things that I was dealing with when I first started this pattern was I was afraid that my fabric wouldn't be big enough. And I actually think I changed fabric a couple of times because I was afraid it wasn't going to be big enough. And so last week I was able to stitch all the way to the top. So not much room, but I have a good inch there. So, and so, yep. Now all I have to do is go back and do the back stitching in those flowers. But there's still quite a few flowers at the bottom and the wording. So I was really hoping I could get to the wording last week, but it didn't happen. Because I would go back and I would realize, oh, I forgot a leaf here, or, you know, so. But I still have flowers at the bottom to finish, and the back stitching on that. So, and I will be done with that one. And I'm having a lot of fun stitching that one. She comes out with new patterns like every week. And so I'll get a notification on Facebook that, you know, there's been a new post, and I'll look and I'll see those new patterns. Like, oh my gosh. Oh, I was gonna say, I had finished, I did a fully finish of that pillow, the flower and bee sow, and I had shared it on Instagram, and I also made my daughter, well, I had made a purse. And so my youngest daughter, when she saw them both, and she took them. She says they're hers. So I can't share it today, but I'll share a photo of it here, of the full finish of that flower and bee sow. I still feel like my attaching the, I think they call it rouging, the ribbon, I still feel like I need to work on it. It's not quite where I would like it to be, but this was a lot of fun, and I did make a pillow out of it, so very, very cute. But she wanted something that I had made, which she has a lot of things that I've made, so that's why she says, I really want that. I want something that you stitched. It's like, okay, fine. You can have it. So, because it brings joy, and that's what matters, right? So, but anyway, that is everything with Whip Go, I think. Yes. Okay. So, didn't do real good at keeping track in my my book of days. Oh, and I'm dropping stuff out the back. So I didn't record last week, so I've got to really brainstorm and put that stuff in there, because now that I'm talking about it, I'm recalling a lot of the stuff that I did week before last. So I'll get that done. And I started I'm getting ready for June. I don't have any stickers or anything, but I'm starting to write the Whip Go numbers at the top of my book of days. So, and I keep my Whip Go chart in there, so that's fun. Okay. So I reached 300 subscribers a few weeks back. Actually, it's been about 3 weeks, and I wanted to do a giveaway for that. Just a way to say thank you. Thank you for joining me. And so last Saturday I set in, and this is some of my favorite fabric. So a lot of times I'll buy fabric, and there's just a piece that will speak to me and just really becomes my favorite. And I just made a regular project bag with a floss keep. So this is the Kelly green I was telling you about. I love this color green. Absolutely love this color green. And so it's just a regular bag for you guys. It has the, oh, that's right, I made a few things. So this is the floss keep. So I put a little ring in there for your scissors, and there's also a magnet in here for your needle, and then little piece of wool there. And also, so what I was gonna say is, last Saturday I set in and I made this, and I didn't get done till like 4:30, 5 o'clock. So I was like, I don't feel like doing a floss tube today, so I'll just do it next week. Sorry. But I also made a matching needle minder, button style. It's the fabric is actually, you can feel the fabric. It doesn't have the plastic over it, so. And I made that, and then also I made some little floss drops, which is almost the same color as the bag. So that's all in this giveaway. So, if you will, let's see, what word should we use? Something easy. We can't say giveaway, so let's say, ooh, I don't know. What? Mention the word project bag. Let's just mention the word project bag. That's 2 words. Fan, F-A-N, for Flosstube fans. You guys, so sorry. I should have thought that through. But if you'll just mention the word fan in your comment, you'll be entered to win this, and I'll draw a winner for it next Friday night at midnight, which it won't be at midnight. I'll probably do it Saturday morning, but so you'll have a little time there. So we'll just say Saturday morning. I'll draw a name for it before I do my next Flosstube. And also, one of the requirements is that you must be 18 years or older, because you have to share your mailing information with me if you're the winner, so I can mail these to you. And I ask that you be a subscriber, and that that you like my video. So that's everything I have for today, guys. I want to thank everybody for your wonderful comments on my last video, and I want to thank you so much for your support and encouragement. Thank you so much for commenting on my stitching. Each week I'm doing my best to improve, because I really want to be a good, a good quality stitcher. I see, like, sometimes I see other people stitching, and I just like, wow, it's just so picturesque. It just looks so perfect, like model stitchers, the ones that stitch the patterns for designers. And I'm just inspired. It inspires me. So, but anyway, that was kind of a rabbit hole. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful week coming up, that you get a lot of good stitching time in, and that you stay well, and that you be safe. And I will see you guys in my next video. All right. Thank you so much. All right. See you.